Cycling infrastructure in the city is going to go through a massive renaissance with this injection of money.
Through this partnership, Toronto and the federal government will invest an additional $83 million into our city's cycling network.
A massive victory for cyclists today with the news the feds were kicking in $42 million. The city another $41 to allow dozens of projects, including some that had been languishing for a while, to move forward. Cycling advocates say it's like winning the lottery.
It's a significant new pot of money that is going to have a transformative impact on cycling in the city of Toronto.
With more than half of us hopping on a bike at least once in the past year, Jared Kolb of Cycle Toronto says this is a win for all Torontonians.
This is going to help encourage more of them to be able to ride more often. Safety continues to be the #1 thing that's holding people back from riding more often in the city of Toronto. Creating safer infrastructure, this is a really important next step.
Some of the highlights? In the east, $4.5 million for a multi-use trail along Midland. $1.5 million for the Flemington Park, Thorncliffe Park cycling connections. $500,000 on the Eglinton East bike lanes. In the west, $1 million for the Burnhamthorpe-Renforth multi-use trail to Kipling Station, and $700K for the Dufferin North cycle track. And more money will be spent on the West Toronto rail paths to be extended. Also, bike parking will be added to 40 subway stops and bike share stations to another 50 stations. There are also dozens of other smaller projects.
These are the beginning of the right projects, and they're happening now.
And the good news for cyclists, we may not be done yet.
This is just the beginning of our city's partnership with the federal and provincial governments. The provincial government continues to make substantial investments in public transportation and other forms of infrastructure in the City of Toronto, and we will continue together to make investments in mobility and transportation going forward.
Now, some of these projects could start as early as next month. Others likely won't start until next year.